Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Topical question paper solution part 1, and the topic is current. The course is Cambridge O level physics. Course code is 5054, and we will solve 10 questions during this session. Question number 1. The current in a car headlamp is 2 ampere. The headlamp is switched on for 4 minutes. How much charge passes through the headlamp? Current is 2 ampere. Time is 4 minutes. Convert this time into second. Time is 240 seconds. And the charge is current multiplied with the time. Current should be in ampere. The time should be in second. It is 480 coulomb. Question number 2. How can 1 volt also be expressed? 1 volt can also be expressed as 1 joule per coulomb. Question number 3. The graph is the voltage current graph for two resistances wires P and Q. The wires are made from the same material and have equal lengths. The resistances of the wires and their cross-sectional areas are different. Which wire has the greatest resistance and which wire has the larger cross-sectional area? You can see from the graph that the slope of wire P or line P is larger, and the slope is the resistance. The slope here is delta V over delta I. So the resistance of wire P is larger as compared to wire Q because the line Q has smaller slope and hence has smaller resistance. Okay, the second concept, as the length of these two wires are same as well as the resistivity of the material is same because these two wires are made from the same material. So the resistance is only proportional to cross-sectional area, and this proportion is the inversely proportional. So resistance is inversely proportional to the cross-sectional area of these wires. Hence, the wire Q has the larger cross-sectional area because its resistance is lower. So option B. And here is the solution in red ink. Slope of line is resistance, that is delta voltage over delta current. As slope of line P is greater than slope of line Q, that's why resistance of wire P is greater than resistance of wire Q. We also know the formula of the resistance as resistivity multiplied with the length and divided by the area of cross section. As material, that is the resistivity and the length of the wire is same, so here in this case the resistance is inversely proportional to the cross sectional area and only depends upon the area of the wire in this particular case. So the cross sectional area of wire Q is larger because the resistance of the wire Q is small. So option B is the correct option. Question number 4. A student is investigating resistance using the circuit shown. You can see a voltmeter is connected across the resistance and an ammeter is connected in series with the resistance. So these two instruments, voltmeter will measure the voltage across the resistance and the ammeter will measure the current flowing through this resistor. And we know from the Ohm's law that resistance is equal to voltage over current. So in the four options, there are four different voltmeter ranges and ammeter ranges are shown. What we do, we will take the mid values of each option. Like we will take the mid value of the voltage range for option A. We'll take the mid value of the ammeter range for option A, and we will try to calculate the resistance. The resistance which is more closer to 5 ohm will be the best option. So using this methodology and by using the mid-range values of the instruments, we will first calculate the measured resistance values for all options as follows. For option A, resistance is 1 over 0.2 is 5 ohm, where 1 is the mid voltage range and 0.2 is the mid ammeter range. For resistance B is 1 ohm, for resistance C similarly is 1 ohm, and for resistance D is 2 ohm. So here option A is the best option and is the most suitable range for the voltmeter and ammeter to measure 5 ohm resistance. Question number 5. A charge of 45 coulomb flows through an electric appliance in 3 minutes. What is the average current in the appliance? Charge should be in coulomb and the time should be in second. So I is equal to Q by T, 45 coulomb divided by 180 seconds, because 180 seconds are in 3 minutes. So the current is 0.25 ampere. Question number 5. The current is 0.25 ampere. Question number 6. The diagram shows a battery of 1.5 volts connected in parallel. What is an advantage of the arrangement of cells? When the cells are connected in parallel, then the battery can supply a current for a longer time than a single 1.5 volt cell. Note and remember that in parallel combination of cells, the terminal voltage remains the same as that of a single cell. However, now the battery can supply current for longer duration of time, as well as can supply higher amounts of currents. So if cells are connected in parallel, then the storage capability of the cells in terms of current will become higher. And as the storage capability becomes higher, so current can be supplied for longer duration of time. Question number 7. A charge of 7.5 coulomb flows through a resistor in 5 seconds. A student has ammeters with different ranges that he can use to measure the current in the resistor. Which ammeter range is the most appropriate? So find the value of the current. I is Q over T. Q should be in coulomb and time should be in seconds. So it's 7.5 coulomb divided by 5 seconds. It's 1.5 ampere. And the most suitable range of the ammeter is from 0 to 2 ampere. Question number 8. 3 identical cells are connected in parallel to a resistor. What is the advantage of using these cells in parallel rather than using a single cell? We have explained it earlier that if we connected the cells in parallel combinations, then the overall capability of storing the current will become higher. Storage capacity of the current will become higher. And that's why each cell can take longer time before before rundown. So option C, each cell takes longer to run down. Question number 9. When the flash on a camera is used, a charge of 1.5 coulomb flows through the flash tube in 0.003 second. The average voltage across the flash tube is 3600 volt. What is the electrical energy supplied to the flash tube and what is the average power supplied? So first of all, calculate the current. Current is Q by T. Q should be in coulomb and T should be in second. So I is 500 ampere. Next, find the power. Power is voltage multiplied with the current, and the power is 1.8 into 10 to raise to power 6 watt. Finally, find the energy. Energy is power multiplied with the time. So we know the time and we have calculated the value of the power. Multiply these two values and the energy is 5400 joules. Option D. Okay, last question for this session. If one length of wire of cross-sectional area of 0.40 millimeter square has a resistance of 2 ohm, what is the resistance of a 0.50 meter length of wire of the same material with a cross-sectional area of 0.80 millimeter square? So while solving these type of questions, remember one thing, units should be same. So first of all, you have to learn how to convert millimeter square into meter square, as length is given in meters. So length is 1 meter and area of cross section is 0.4 millimeter square. So convert it into meter square. I have shown you the conversion, and the area in meter square is 0.4 into 10 to raise to power minus 6 meter square. Now use the formula of the resistance. Resistance is resistivity multiplied with the length of the wire and divide with the cross-section area of the wire. And from this formula we can find the resistivity. So resistivity is resistance multiplied with the area and divided with the length. Now the value of the resistance is 2 ohm. The value of the cross-section area is 0.4 into 10 to raise to power minus 6 meter square, and the length of the wire is 1 meter. So the resistivity is 8 into 10 to raise to power minus 7 ohm meter. After calculating the resistivity of the material, now you can find the resistance of new wire. Now the data of the new wire is as follows. The length of the new wire is 0.50 meter. The area of cross section of new wire is 0.8 millimeter square. So convert it first in meter square. 0.8 millimeter square is 0.8 multiplied with 0.001 square. 0.001 is the conversion factor and the square is 4 millimeter square. So the area of the cross section is 0.8 into 10 to raise to power minus 6 meter square. And we have calculated the resistivity of the wire previously, and that is 8 into 10 to raise to power minus 7 ohm meter. Now put all these data values, that is resistance, area of cross section and the resistivity, in the formula. R is equal to rho L over A, and the value of the resistance of the new wire is 0.5 ohms.